Hello everyone, this is continuation of previous video system production. So here we'll see how access matrix are implemented. So in the last video we have seen what access matrix is and how they are written, means what are the concepts of writing access matrix. Now we'll see how it is implemented. So first option in implementing access matrix is global method. So in the global method we have triplets for store the table called domain, object and access right. So di is a domain, oj is an object, rk is the right set with m belongs to rk. So whenever operation m is executed in the object oj within the domain di, the global table is searched from the triplet or triple domain di, object oj and right set rk, which is belongs to m, means where m is belonging with rk. The table could be large, won't fit in the main memory, then it is difficult to group objects. So since it is a triplet, like a global table, all the domain object register, right set are stored in a single table. It will be very big and cannot find fit in main memory. At that time it is very difficult to access the object. Second method is access list for objects. See here, instead of getting objects every time, or instead of providing global one table, divide the table into based on objects. For every object create one table, like one object will contain one column. Each column implement an access list for one object. For the object oi, like if you have objects with I methods, then you have I number of columns. For the objects you have access rights called domain and target set. So instead of 3 values, here you have only 2 values. For every object, domain and its right sets are given. So next method is here we will see implementation of access method with the help of access list, like with one object. Access list for objects. So each column which has domain name and its access right. So access control list of one object defines who can perform what. Domain, you have 3 domains and its access. So each row will have capability list. So object F1 is having read, object F4 is having read, write, execute, object F5 is having read, write, delete and copy. So for every object, consider in the table you have objects separately and domains, like for every object separated it has all the domains and its access. So each column will have access control with the help of domains and each row will have access control for the objects. Next one, implementation of access matrix to capability list for domain. Instead of object based or its domain based, capability list is created. Leave about objects and domains. A capability list is created for the domain in the list of objects together with operation allow them. The object represented by its name or address called as capability. Execute operation M on the object J, process request operation and specify capability as parameter. So capability list associated with domain but never directly assembled by domain. Rather, protected objects are maintained by operating system and accessed indirectly like a secured pointer. Idea can be extended up to applications. So third method is fourth method is by providing lock and key. So comparison between access list and capability list. Each object has list of unique bit patterns called locks or keys. Each domain, like see here, every object will have lock and every domain will have key. So based on the lock and key, if the object is accessed by the domain, then key will be provided to the domain. If the object is not accessed by the domain, then key value is not provided to the domain. Based on that lock and key method, the fourth implementation of access matrix is done. Next one is access control. Protection can be applied to non-file resources. So Oracle Psoriasis 10 provides role-based access control to implement least privileges. So privilege is a right to execute system calls or use an option within a system call that can be assigned to process. User assigned roles granted access to the privileges and programs which enables roles via password to gain its privileges, which is similar to the access matrix. See here, execute with the role 1 privileges. A process is having a role, means for every user it has a role and the privileges given, and like our access matrix, it has access privileges. Here for every user there are a role given. In under the roles it has privileges for that access methods. Revocation of access rights. Revocation in the sense, whenever you have roles, see here we have role for every user. This can be revocated based on its access time and access type. So revocation is a dynamic protection system. We may sometimes need to revocate access rights of the object shared by different users. So this access rights, when you are revocating, you may get many doubts like immediately or delayed. When you have to revocate, whenever the request is done, immediately you have to revocate, or by taking a delay you have to revocate. Selective or general, to whom you have to revocate, for the selective people or for selective process or for general like everything. Partial or total, complete process to be revocated or complete access rights to be revocated or partial access rights to be revocated. Temporary or permanent, when you are revocating, is that revocated access right is permanent or is it for limited period of time, called temporary. Revocation of access rights is like scheme. For this we have to provide some mechanism for compatibility issues, right? Scheme required to locate compatibility in the system before compatibility can be revocated. So reacquisition, periodically compatibilities are deleted from each domain. The process may then try to reacquire the capabilities. Next one is back pointers. A list of pointers is maintained in each object pointing to all capabilities associated with the object. When revocation is required, we can follow those pointers, changing the capability as necessary. Next one is indirection. Each capability point is unique entry in a global table which in turn points to the object. We implement revocation by searching the global table for desired entry and deleting it. Next one is keys. A key is associated with each capability and can be modified by the process owning the capability. Master keys associated with each object can be defined or replaced with set key operations. So I hope you understood the topic. Thank you.